Hey, what's up people, it's your girl Kiki and I'm back today with a video on non-black owned hair brands, popular brands that you may think are owned by black people, specially catered for black hair and afro hair, but really are maybe not quite what you think. So if you want to see the faces behind the brands, don't go anywhere. Hey and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiki. If you are new here, I do all things curly and coily hair based, so that is tutorials, hair education, tips, you name it, I will look into it. So today's video is all about non-black owned hair brands that you may think are black owned because they're marketed towards black people. They have the ingredients, they have the media, they have the models, all geared towards black people, but behind the scenes they are really owned by maybe a white person or someone who is not of the ethnic origin of the products. So some of the reasons behind this are that maybe the brand in the beginning, the founder, a lot of the time the founder is black, they do the formulation and then they sell the brand off at a later date, so it's no longer theirs. They are still obviously the founder of the brand. Sometimes the founders do stay in with the company, sometimes they are the CEOs of the brand, which I will touch upon in the video if that is the case, and sometimes they just move on. So obviously it's not ideal for consumers because we ideally want to see people who look like us and who are heavily hands-on with their brand if it is a black owned brand. Nevertheless, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start with a fan favourite, which is Shea Moisture, and on the screen you can just see a little backstory about how Shea Moisture came to be. It was a legacy of Sophie Tucker, who was based in Sierra Leone and sold the African shea butter, and then obviously it was developed from there, which is really good as an origin. However, this company was obviously then founded by Liberians Niema Tubman and Mary and Richelieu Dennis and owned by Dennis's company Sundial Brands. Now Sundial Brands was taken over and acquired by Unilever in 2017, which means that this company is no longer a black owned company, and I was unable to get the images of the people who own this company because there are so many shareholders in the company that I couldn't obviously find that many, but we do know that people obviously have shares in this company, therefore it is no longer black owned. Up next is Aunt Jackie's. There is limited information on the website about their history, so I do not know if this is black founded, but it seems to me that it isn't from what I gather. It is owned by a company called House of Chatham. This is not a black company, and they also own Africa's Best, Texture My Way Men's, and all of the brands you can see on the screen. Okay, next up we have Cantu Beauty, another popular one. However, there's not a lot of information on this. We know that this is definitely not a black owned company. We do not know if it is black founded. It's not clear on the website. However, it is owned by PDC Brands. Moving on to Carol's Daughter. So this brand is actually black founded, which is excellent. Lisa and Carol, who created the brand, filed for bankruptcy, and that meant that L'Oreal stepped in and then took over the brand. However, Lisa is still a part of the brand. She works alongside L'Oreal. However, she does not own the brand anymore. Okay, moving on to African Pride. This was founded by Brian K. Marks. I do not think this man was a black man, but I think he was a person of colour. This company is now owned by a company called Godrej, who the owner of that company is also of Asian descent, and it does say that the company is fully black and Indian person, colour operated, with leadership positions filled with powerful, hardworking black women. So that is excellent to know. However, the owner is obviously not black, he is of Asian descent. Moving on to Blue Magic and Sulfur 8. Blue Magic was founded by George B. Long. It is not a person of colour or black owned company, neither is the manufacturing company who now owns it, and it is run by family members and descendants of George B. Long. And last but not least, Dark and Lovely. From my research, it wasn't clear who founded the product, so I won't be able to tell you whether it was black owned or not. It was just by a company called Carson Products that was later sold to L'Oreal. As you can see from the image, there's a breakdown of the shareholders. So at the top, we've got a Mrs. Francois Betancourt and her family, who are the main shareholders in L'Oreal. Therefore, we can see that this is not a black owned business. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And obviously, if you have any information on some of the brands that I've talked about in today's video, drop me a comment and I will see you in the next one.